Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Project Man. Today we're back here again, another video. This is gonna be DJ and his mother trucker reacting to. I could be myself. I don't know. Should I make myself smaller, bigger? I don't freaking know. It is what it is. 10 of the craziest Royal Rumble moments that WWE never planned. Now, for those who don't know, for those who are not aware, for those who are not consciously aware. For my wrestling fans out there, the Royal Rumble is coming up. I am indeed a wrestling fan myself, so I figured I would check out a video that was Royal Rumble related. So alliteration right there with 3 R's. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, post notification bell because we post a video every single day. Let me know what you want to see in the comments, and let's get into it.
1, 2. Is this on?
There's nothing quite like the Royal Rumble match, and over the years we've seen plenty of fun, memorable, and infamous moments take place during the
Hurricane getting thrown over was funny.
They were watching it in catering, and he happened to be in there and was watching, and that spot unfolded again, and he just goes, now that's good shit.
Some of which have interesting stories about how they...
That's funny. That's exactly what Vince says, bro. That's his signature line. That's good shit. I literally hiccuped in between that, so I don't know how I pulled that off.
It came to be.
I don't want to mention names, but somebody
not
want to
really
do any of the spots and just want to throw everybody out there.
God damn.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
For this video, we'll be showcasing.
You know what? Brock is a simple guy, so it makes sense.
Details, backstage
He's a very
info,
simple guy. Brock tries not to do anything
of the
overcomplicated.
So he comes in and he asks some of the boys, asked him, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He said, "I'm in the main event." And they're like, "Wait a minute, you're in the main event? You're in the world title match?" "No, I'm in the main event, the Royal Rumble." They're like, "Okay, this kid's a
Today we list 10 crazy Royal Rumble stories.
Because of this spot, Vince enjoyed it so much, and they gave me a 6-figure raise. Really?
Damn!
Off of a German and an elimination.
Upon debuting
Damn!
as Mankind,
If that's all you gotta do to get a boost like that, put me in the ring now.
WWF TV
I'm already working on getting in shape anyway.
Around the next year and a half, we saw each incarnation of Mick Foley's various characters.
Oh, yeah.
This eventually resulted in the genius idea of having Foley appear 3 times in the 98 Rumble.
This is
first
funny.
as Cactus Jack, then Mankind, and finally Dude Love. It's one of the most iconic memories in Rumble history.
Could you imagine 3 spots being taken up by the same person? That's funny.
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to wonder, when they saw the third, like the second is like, oh, that's funny, he came out again. What was the crowd thinking when he came out a third time, bro?
The Hardcore Legend was number 1,
kept getting
16,
eliminated.
and 28, so he had some time to change between entries.
They might as well made him 115 and 30.
Of his boots. That's because he
Beginning,
wore 3 different pairs for
middle,
each
and end.
persona. On Foley's pod, Mick described the process once he got back to the locker room after each elimination.
You know, I wore all 3 characters at the boots that went up almost to the knees. I think Mankind's were probably 15.
3 sets of boots.
Cactus went way up there. If I had to change one thing, it would have been Velcro. All the way around. I would have invested in Velcro for all 3 of those pairs of boots. Because that was the most ominous threat was, how do I get these boots off? There'd be a team of people working on me. It was like a pit crew, yeah.
And that's why they had to, oh, my bad.
Come back and there'd be people. I probably had
That's why they had to spread them out throughout the Rumble. That's why they had to make his entrance literally beginning, middle, and end of the Rumble.
The one boot that was going on.
Somebody else was working the other one.
Yeah. And even when it came time to put on the other boot, we had someone moving here and here. It was harrowing.
Heroin.
Just you. Building your app. On base 44.
Yeah.
The 2022 men's match was met with mostly negative reviews, but it turns out there was quite the controversy backstage. First in how the match was set up.
Well, first of all, just to kind of not waste too much time, but to still give my commentary. First of all, this match lacked so much star power. Like, it was so much star power lacked. So many guys that even if they were main event guys, they haven't been main event guys in forever. So how serious can we take them? And also, this was like the most unpredictable Royal Rumble because there was nobody that really had momentum to win this Royal Rumble. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And then the best surprises they got was Bad Bunny, which, we like Bad Bunny, but it's like, he's not a wrestler like that. So it's not like he's this massive star on the roster. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was Shane McMahon, which I actually thought that was a nice surprise. But if that's it, it's like, gang, come on now.
And then, whilst it was in progress, speaking to Chris Van Vliet, Matt Riddle said numerous talent had different ideas. This includes Shane McMahon, who was a big part of the matches created. However, most of this went out the window, thanks to the eventual winner, Brock Lesnar.
I don't want to mention names, but somebody
was the story that Shane was trying to... I don't know what the story was, because I wish we would get his comment on it so that we kind of know what happened, but I think the story at the time was like he was trying to get a lot of his own stuff in or whatever and then get thrown out or something. So yeah, I heard it was something like that. But yeah,
want to do any of the spots and just want to throw everybody out. Know who you're talking about. Yeah, and that's what happened. Because we did argue, and he was tired. He just got bashed in the head with a world title, and he was pissed. So it's like,
and then literally won later in the night. That shit was crazy.
A bunch of people, Shane McMahon, a bunch of people were there. We had different ideas and plans, and he came in and was like, "I just did business for Bobby Lashley. You guys are all going to do business for me."
Oh my gosh, so unfair.
And then Shane
McMahon, that is how he operates.
Mentioned and asked if he could pick him up for a spot, and Brock just
no.
No.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't doing that.
To showcase for him.
Granted, I don't know why Shane would even need that showcase knowing that he's not winning, and also he's not a wrestler like that on the roster, so I don't even know why he was trying to get a bright spot like that.
So, Shane had apparently tried to switch up the order of the entries late in the match,
but
he was scoffed at by the likes of Randy Orton. That's because McMahon tried to make the Viper go out before him instead of after.
There was a lot of heat on Shane.
Yep.
Because Shane was one of the producers. In fact, he was kind of the head producer of the Rumble. And then he had an idea of what the Rumble was going to be, and then a lot of that ended up being changed.
Shane was released from WWE a week after the match. Despite the fact he'd been penciled in as part of WrestleMania plans, this suggests that the Rumble...
Well, then he came back the next year and fucked up his leg. That's crazy. That's legit. The last time we saw Shane was at WrestleMania 39, where he unfortunately tore a... Was it ACL or something? He fucked up his leg, and it was pretty obvious he did when you saw it at the time. So that's crazy that's still the last time we saw him was when he fucked up his leg.
Cool. Soured his position within the company. It's always fun to see who eliminates who and how it goes down. So let's now share some backstage stories.
Yeah, the 2022 Royal Rumble also was just boring, bro.
Maven eliminating Undertaker in 2002 was actually Taker's idea to give the rookie some momentum after being tough enough the previous year. The Phenom, however, decided to have some fun while laying out the match with Maven and Shane McMahon.
Shane says, yeah, Taker's going to clean house. Yeah, you're going to hit him with that drop kick in the back, and you're going to eliminate him. And you...
Imagine that, right? That's got to be the most important and biggest drop kick of your entire life. It's a common wrestling move, and it's that's going to be the most memorable drop kick in your entire life, bro.
Looked down at me, and you looked at you went, what the f***? And then you let me in on, you kind of winked at me, and then I was like, oh, thank God.
Look at that. Oh, my God. Taker.
In an interview with Fightful,
Shane dope seeing the pop that it got too, man.
To Hurricane's hilarious spot with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H in 02.
The next day, they were watching it in catering, and he happened to be in there.
The Rumble's about moments, man.
And that spot unfolded again, and he just goes, I
was about to say one more thing, though. Yeah, that's the great thing about the Royal Rumble. It makes for a lot of great moments, too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, throw people, right? It's a fun concept, right? Throw people over the top rope, go to WrestleMania, right? It's a great and fun concept. But in the Royal Rumble, to make it more memorable, other than just having people fight and throw people over the top rope, which is what they do and what's expected, they at least go, okay, let's have a couple of face-off, right? Let's set up a couple of rivalries. Let's have a nice little funny moment, you know what I'm saying? As in a funny moment where it's funny, but it don't take away from the match, you know what I'm saying? It don't make the match a joke just because we wanted to have a little fun segment in there. So yeah, that's what's great about the Royal Rumble. You can actually create a lot of great moments, whether it's a return or a debut or nowadays an NXT call-up getting in there in the Royal Rumble. And like I said, teasing feuds for maybe WrestleMania or just in general. So yeah, that's what the Royal Rumble's for, is the setup moments, the setup matches, and also to make moments that people can, laugh at, remember fondly, and all this good stuff. Making the eliminations matter rather than just, people throw each other over the top rope. It's no, it's a big deal because this guy threw that guy over the top rope, which is why it's a big deal versus just, there's certain eliminations where it's kind of all right, we kind of knew he was getting thrown out, but then it's a big deal when a big superstar gets thrown out type shit.
That's good shit.
Yeah, this was great. I've seen this before. This is great. My man Hurricane really thought he was going to choke slam Triple H and Stone Cold. That's funny.
I just looked right at him and said, I almost had those motherfuckers.
Snitsky laying waste to Paul London in 05 is one of the most eye-catching eliminations due to London's incredible bump, which he spoke about on Café de Renee.
So I thought, well, fuck, let's make this a memorable elimination. And they knew exactly what I was going to do. I had no idea they were going to send the stretcher down there. Like, that was all their...
Yeah, this right here. Oh my God. Yeah, you saw how fast the ref checked on him. He was making sure, like, hey, did you fully rotate on that? Because from what we saw, like, you landed on the back of your head. Yeah, I get it, man. It looked like he landed right on the... Maybe he did. It looked like he landed right on the back of his head. Like, I know what he was going for, right? The whole, like, I basically backflip and take a face bump onto the floor. But, gang, it didn't look like he fully rotated enough, bro. Look at this. See what I'm saying?
Instead of getting plaudits,
I will slow-mo up, and I ain't trying to make this video too long.
Because he wasn't meant to be a focus of the match.
And Pat was like, that was Michael, oh my God, did you see that elimination? And Michael, he's walking by, he's like, yeah, it was good. It was a little too good. And he walked off, just pissed off. Shane walks by, and he was like, oh, Shane, did you see that elimination? He's like, yeah, it was, yeah. And he, like, walked off. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah, why everybody being cold?
Was that I had gone into business for myself, and that it took away from the other.
Only, especially at that time, only the WWE could think that you trying to make an elimination of yourself a memorable moment is going into business for yourself. So, by selling the guy's clothesline. All right, bro. Like, nowadays, I don't think that would get met with that type of, you was doing too much or whatever. I don't think you get met with that now, but especially back then where they, wanted their specific people to shine, they would look at something like that as a threat. It's like, bro, my guys literally was just trying to make a memorable, because he knew it's one of those situations like this. Like, okay, if I know that I'm never going to be like, their world champion and all this other, where I'm not going to be like this massive star, I'll at least make something memorable for the guy that's going to eliminate me by, really selling him, clotheslining me and me getting eliminated. Like, only they would think you trying to make a guy look good is going into business for yourself. What the fuck?
The other guys left in the
match. Come on, man.
In the same Rumble, London was meant to assist Chris Jericho in cutting off Rene Dupree, so Y2J could then throw out Dupree. However, Jericho got it changed to where Paul did nothing, and Chris went straight for Rene.
You said,
damn,
do the French tickler, and then when I go to pick you up, why don't you kick me, and then that'll stun me, and then Jericho will come and throw me out. And again, Jericho made a big stink about it.
Bro, that dance is hilarious.
To where it eliminated that little kick that I was going to give you. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, are you that insecure?
Damn.
I'm a French tickle guy.
Damn.
Try Whoop for free and feel the difference.
That boy Jericho was not going for that. It's funny because now we're allegedly speculating that he could be at the Royal Rumble. You never know.
Streamers almost dying live on stream.
God damn.
Stun me, and then Jericho come and throw me out. And
it's a whole other video.
Earlier we touched on Brock Lesnar's tendency to do whatever he wants. This has happened more than once in the Rumble. Elias learned this during the 2020 Royal Rumble match.
I think
he had
I've seen
sequence
this
planned with Brock, which was going to
off
begin
camera. I
once
seen
Elias
him
was
talking
done
about
playing
this.
his song. This all went out the window when Elias saw the bees running straight for him, with Elias unsure of what was happening. The original plan was revealed during an interview with Inside the Ropes.
But I was at least gonna have my moment there. I come out, I do my song. I was gonna sing.
And this was, I think he said, the 2020 Royal Rumble. Fun fact about this is the first time that I saw a WWE, well, they just PLE now, but pay-per-view PLE before they switched it to the name PLE. This was the first WWE PLE I actually saw, like in its full entirety. Like, before I had seen highlight clips, but this was the first time I actually fully sat there and watched an entire pay-per-view. This was the first one, man, when they had the WWE Network. I had bought the WWE Network because I was getting back into wrestling around 2018-19. So when 2020 came up, I was like, oh, I need to get WWE Network. And I convinced my mom to give me WWE Network when it was $10 a month. And yeah, Royal Rumble 2020, it was the first time I saw a WWE PLE pay-per-view in full. I think all I missed was I think I only missed a couple of minutes of the first match, but that was about it.
right, to Paul Heyman.
So I remember this Royal Rumble fondly. Say all that. Say I remember this Royal Rumble fondly.
And being like, dude, I'll just get on you right away, and I'll hit you with a knee and a this and that, and then, whatever, and then, you could catch me, and here's a jerk. Yeah. All the while, he's just going to do whatever he wants.
Brock proceeded to have his way with Elias.
Literally.
Lesnar simply got his stuff in and did the elimination. Elias, meanwhile, didn't get to finish his song and hit none of his planned offense.
I dump everything, and I'm running, legitimately running from Brock.
And it's crazy because Brock is the only person probably left in wrestling that you would believe that type or would do something so unpredictable and just go completely off plan like that. It's crazy. Brock is probably the only wrestler left that will legit just go off plan and everything just be fine. No cap.
Lesnar,
everybody else, you just stick to what they supposed to do.
Right?
Look at this, bro. He said, "Ho, ho, ho." He said, "Whoa, whoa." Imagine of all people that's going. I don't know if this would be going into business for yourself. I guess it kind of would because he went off plan. Imagine this freaking beast running at you like that, bro, and it ain't planned. Oh, hell yeah. You oh, hell nah. You legit running the fuck out of there, bro. I don't blame him. Look at he ducked underneath him. Shout out to Elias. Hey, man, he ducked underneath he didn't grab him. He missed him.
Lesnar is incensed. And again, I was so caught off guard.
Bro, that freaking jerk reaction you get, right? I know that threw you off.
I was very disappointed because I'm hey, that was my Royal Rumble moment that he just went and did his own thing or whatever. But
yeah.
It's kind of memorable.
So what happens when you work with Brock, man?
If I could do it again, I would have just whacked him with the guitar.
I know, right? That probably what should have did, honestly.
Another unscripted moment saw Brock wreak havoc on the ringside area following his elimination in 2023.
All these are about Brock, which is funny because he's going to be on the Royal Rumble this year. God damn.
Aside from bulldozing Baron Corbin, this was all improv from Lesnar, including when he put his hands on the referee. Just imagine what the ref was thinking seeing Brock go for him, with no clue of what
picking up the ref like a suitcase is crazy, bro.
Was going to
Look
do.
At that.
Beat the hell out of Corbin. Now he's grabbing a rope.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to cost Lesnar a boatload of money.
In 2017, the backstage producers of the Rumble didn't even lay out anything for Brock Lesnar and Enzo Amore's exchange.
They're announcing all the business as they're going through, and they get to 26, and they go, Brock Lesnar comes out. Suplex City. Everyone's down. Enzo comes out. And then Jamie Noble at the time said, whatever happens, happens. Goldberg. So, he went Brock, Enzo, Goldberg. And
that's crazy.
And the response was whatever happens, happens.
Enzo eventually approached Brock right before they went out, but the only physical thing they called was that Amore would charge Lesnar. This meant that everything else they did on the night was improv. Obviously, Brock was going to eliminate Enzo, but how it happened was up to the beast. Amore told the story on Inside the Ropes.
I don't know what came over me. I just looked at Brock, and I said, hey, man, I figured I'd jump up on the apron like you do, or at least I'll attempt to do, and then I'll get in the ring, and I'll just run at you as fast as I can, and whatever happens, happens. Brock Lesnar just looked at me and went, ha ha! And I was like, shook his hand, got out of there, had no idea when I got in the ring and ran at him, if I was going to get suplexed 30 times or just not know what would happen, right? Maybe let me hang
that's
out.
kind of crazy. Because with Brock, obviously he got the Hall of Fame intimidation. So when you like, yeah, I'm going to run at you as fast as I can, hey, whatever happened is what happened. The meat locker mentality. Bro, I know when you tell Brock an idea, it'd be like, oh Lord, is he gonna hate it? Is he gonna, you know what I'm saying? I already know that's how people be feeling. God damn. Jesus.
Lesnar is involved again here for our next entry. The Beast famously dominated most of the 2020 Rumble. One moment saw him reunite with his former college roommate.
Oh yeah, that beautiful elimination from Drew McIntyre. I remember seeing that live and watching on my iPad, I think. And I was watching the show live. I remember popping for that when he freaking kicked Drew had kicked Lesnar out of Rumble. I was like, oh! It was exciting because they had built it up with him beating up now one could say that kind of was low-key a waste of those first 10 entrants or whatever it was, because Brock was just beating up everybody no problem up until they got to number 12 or 13 or whatever. But I will say the story was done well as far as them building up that okay, he's eliminating all these people so fast, and it's making you go, what the fuck? So that by the time somebody eliminates them, it builds up that pop. So that part of the story was great, but I probably wouldn't have done it for that many entrants. Maybe the first like 4 or 5 entrants, sure, but they did like the first like 11 or 12 was just Brock just easily just throwing them out and having a little bit of competition with, I think it was Keith Lee and Braun Strowman. He had a little bit of something with them, but everybody else, he just freaking just threw over that top rope like nothing.
Shelton Benjamin. They were originally meant to greet, then wrestle for a little bit, before Brock added Shelton to the numerous people he eliminated on the night. However, Brock thought it would be better if he immediately got rid of Benjamin after they embraced. Shelton told all on the Maven Huckman YouTube channel.
This whole thing was his idea, and I wasn't really on board with it, only because I'm like, well, this makes me look stupid.
It
so
does.
I'm just like,
it does.
You know what? He's got 30 other guys he's got to worry about. Yeah. Like, just give him the breather.
The best part about this spot came after, as Vince McMahon commended Benjamin in a big way for being such a team player. The reward didn't come in the form of a push or greater exposure on TV, though.
Nothing like that. Oh no, can't do that.
Because of this spot, Vince enjoyed it so much, he immediately had talent relationship call me in, and they gave me a 6-figure raise.
Really?
Yes.
That shit
off of
is insane.
off of a German,
off of that,
off of a
Just
German
that,
and
bro.
an elimination.
Right. It's one of those.
Hey, I'll
Really?
do that
I'm glad I
shit.
didn't fight it.
You're like of all the
Right,
shit
that's
I've
what I'm
done,
saying. I'm like, I know my man was like, you know what? Yeah, it didn't like help my push or anything, but I'm glad, even though I wasn't really rocking with it, because it does, like you say, low-key does make him look stupid, because he didn't even get like at least an offensive move in, you know. But hey, shit, if it helped pay the bills, then hey, glad I did go with it. Shit.
Yes.
Receives a physical piece of business.
Like you said, it's crazy that
wrestlers
that was
handle in
the
ring. It can
thing
be
that
revenge
impressed
for a
them, but
stiff
you know.
shot or the backlash for something disrespectful done
yeah,
backstage.
yeah.
The Rumble match has seen a couple of receipts in its time, like when Diesel unleashed live rounds on Virgil in 1994 after the former $1 Million champion tagged Big Daddy Cool a little too hard. Virgil also stayed in the match longer than planned, so Nash had to almost forcibly eliminate his future NWO stablemate because Kevin was meant to quickly throw him out. Nash reflected on the scuffle on his Click This podcast.
He potatoed me.
It's insane how like just every wrestler has a podcast. I think it's because now it's easy money. Like if you have a name to some degree, it's just easier to get your name out there on YouTube and stuff. So I just think that's so funny that it's like every wrestler has a podcast.
Like twice. And I just clubbed him back. Receipt.
That's Booker T would say. Damn. God damn.
What about the Vince? I wasn't a big deal to me.
What about the Vince thing? Like,
he
when
gave that
something like
back
that's
quick.
kind of obvious, does the promoter pull you aside and say,
Yeah, he did. He said, way to go, Big D.
In 03, Tommy Dreamer brought
Big
weapons
D
into
is
the mix.
crazy.
He hit
Hey,
Chris
yo.
Jericho with a kendo stick. Then Y2J called for another. Dreamer obliged. The problem was he smacked Jericho right in the face, busting him open.
You know, I think it's also because Jericho had, as you saw, he kind of ducked down. So that's probably how it hit him in the face, too. He probably shouldn't have ducked down like that. Or no, it was that one. Oh, actually, I thought it was the other one.
Open.
Never mind, it was the other one. Oh, that wasn't the one. Okay, it was the other one. Oh.
Chris echoed how painful it was on Twitter years later. Jericho got his own back on Tommy with strikes from a trash can lid and Dreamer's kendo stick. Based on his reaction, Jericho didn't look best
Yeah, that
pleased
could
at
put
being
some
whacked
nasty
so hard.
laceration on your face, man, for sure. Damn. Damn. He said, wake your ass up.
Actor Johnny Knoxville was given a
He
stiff
definitely a
welcome
little
to
pissed there.
WWE during his debut match in the 2022 Rumble. AJ Styles told Knoxville to lay in. Then once he did, AJ fired back accordingly.
Oh, damn. Hey, you know what? AJ told him to let. Well, we know John Knox was wanting to take an ass whooping because of, you know, the whole stuff with Jackass and them having all these painful challenges or whatever. But I ain't gonna lie. AJ said to lay it in because, well, one, you obviously don't want it to look, you know, bad and you don't want it to look fake or nothing. But also, it's like, hey, man, if he tell you to lay it in, then you know that it mean right. That gives me the green light to go for the kill. But like I said, Johnny Knoxville was willing to take an ass whooping, so this ain't really shocking. God damn.
It's Styles. Oh my goodness.
Fresh off winning Tough Enough a month prior, MMA prospect
Hit him
Daniel
with that
Puder
combo.
entered the 05 Rumble with a fair bit of heat from the boys. He'd been going around backstage bragging about how he was in the main event since he was part of the 30-man match.
So he comes in and he asks some of the boys, asked him, hey, what are you doing here? He said, I'm in the main event. And they're like,
yeah, that a little cocky fella here, you know? That's definitely what that boy, Mr. Pewter, as they call it, Daniel Pewter. Yeah, that boy definitely was getting cocky for sure. Not to say you don't got to have some confidence in yourself, but yeah, he definitely carried himself with a little too much arrogance in everybody else's eyes.
You're in the world title match. No, I'm in the main event, the Royal Rumble.
Yo, that's crazy.
You're like, okay, this kid's a
right.
Previous shoot run-in with Kurt Angle and overall attitude problems meant Pewter was a target for the veterans once he got in the ring. Angle explained the situation.
Yeah, you kind of made yourself a target with that, though.
He thought that I was the reason why he didn't work out in the WWE. That's not true. He just sucked as a wrestler.
Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and Hardcore Holly hit
that too.
Brutal chops before sending him packing.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, they lit his ass up. God
I had no clue what
damn.
they were going to do. They treated me like crap. Very disrespectful.
Daniel never worked another show for WWE as he was released 8 months later following a poor spell in the developmental league, OVW. Cody Rhodes' first Royal Rumble in 2008.
And also, it's kind of like, I mean, what was going to be his gimmick, and that's the thing, too, it's like kind of like what really was going to be his character, Like, considering they already had Kurt Angle as like the, the shoot style wrestler or whatever, and playing into that as part of who he is, I don't really know how Daniel Pewter would have worked as a superstar, but we'll never know because he got up out of there.
Saw him rub shoulders with legends and main eventers. It took place in the world's most famous arena, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden. One of the wrestlers Cody interacted with was the mythical phenom, The Undertaker. When Rhodes squared off
I think I seen
the young
tell the
rookie
story.
couldn't believe how giving the dead man was.
Yeah.
Speaking to Inside the Ropes, Cody relayed what it was like to be in there against the phenom.
I'm in my first Royal Rumble in Madison Square Garden. I see Undertaker in the corner, and I thought, fuck it. I hit this man as hard as I've ever hit anyone. In the back of the head. Bam! All of a sudden he just bam! Goozles me around the neck, and I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm going up. And he just kicked me in the knee.
Oh, kick me in the knee. It wasn't drop kick. It was kick me in the knee.
Kick him in the knee. And he goes, drop kick me.
There you go. Okay. I see what I knew I had seen this before. Yeah. Drop kick me. I knew that.
I drop kick him. He takes a bump.
Now in the grasp of the Undertaker. But look at this kid.
I got so much
That
out
shit
of it.
crazy.
The smallest thing.
Yeah, there's times I would choose those kind of instances.
It's
to
crazy
do
that they're
things
doing.
It's
cool to see them talk now, on the podcast. So that's kind of cool seeing them talk now, knowing how far Cody's gotten. That's kind of cool.
I like to create little moments like that in those kind of matches. That
Shout out
catch
to
people
Undertaker
off
being
guard.
so giving, man. You don't have to.
And then what you do with that after the fact is kind of left up to you. But it's like,
it's worth taking the shot.
It's worth taking the shot sometimes. Like it's not going to hurt me.
Yeah. God damn, that power
But what
driver.
it potentially could do for you or whoever I'm doing that kind of stuff
Right.
with.
Cody Rhodes also tells
Shout out
a
to Undertaker
story
being as
about
given as
Rowdy
he is.
Roddy
He obviously is
Piper and
goated.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka's exchange at the 08 Rumble. During Piper and Snuka's showdown, CM Punk can be seen grinning ear to ear with the best view in the house as the two legends tee off. The two Hall of Famers were not only iconic rivals, but they each had plenty of great memories at MSG. So it's only fitting that they added another to the list. With Punk being such a big wrestling
What was
fan
it,
and student of the
2008?
game, it's no wonder he absolutely loved it, as did the New York crowd who roared in unison for Piper and Snuka.
Camera is right on him, and he just points at Jimmy Snuka, and I'm just watching, and just goes, "You motherfucker!"
Look at his
Shopping
face.
is hard. Make it easy with Stitch
Yo.
Fix. Get outfits you love without any of the hassle.
Yo, Jimmy Snuka's face on that, bro. Yep.
Piper's pit revisited.
With so many moving parts and
Oh,
bodies in the
God
match,
damn,
the Rumble has seen its
speed,
share of
man.
injuries over the years. Let's now run through some of them. Referee Jack Doan was left seeing stars after accidentally colliding with Phineas Godwin in '98.
Oh. Ooh, that was damn, bro.
Pete Gas
Was that
was-
his heel that hit him? Ooh, woo. Yeah, I know. Ref
To
was
his
out for
nose
that.
after smashing
Definitely throw up
headfirst
the
into the
extra ref
ropes
for
in
that.
2000.
No doubt
You could
about
tell
that.
Pete was out on his feet as he got tangled in the ropes upon being dumped out.
That's a posse again. That's a posse again.
Oh,
That's a posse
shit.
again.
You gotta show you how hard those ropes are,
He's
bro.
dominating.
Because I think they're steel cables. They're not even rope. Like they say it's ropes, but I think it's steel cables. So, or maybe I don't know. I think it is. But yeah, that gonna show you how hard that shit is, bro. Like, hey, wrestling ain't no joke, bro. Like my man's broke his nose just running into the rope, like running into the rope to get in the ring. Like the fact that he broke his nose off that should let you know them ropes are not soft.
Taka
God
Michinoku also
damn.
got hurt in 2000. A brutal landing caused him to hurt his head and shoulder. This kept Taka out of action for 2 months.
Oh, and then Taka.
God
Can we see him
damn.
get thrown out by Boss Man one more time? That was entertaining. Look at this.
Oh,
man.
God.
Right on his face. Yeah, I love this. Show it again. Punch his face.
Oh, my
It was
gosh.
the beginning
Yeah,
of
he
the end
definitely
for Chris
over-rotated.
Nowinski's career in 03 when a double
To where he
missile
couldn't
dropkick
control
from
his
Edge and
fall.
Rey Mysterio was mistimed. The head injury Nowinski suffered here was the first of numerous recurring brain injuries that forced him to retire later in the year.
Yeah, he landed right on his face. Yeah, he landed right on his face. Ah, man, that sucks.
Later in the year.
Because I think they were supposed to do it at the same time. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I don't know if they rehearsed that or not, but they probably should have. On some 1, 2, 3, and then do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he did not get that. He just landed right on his face.
The drop kick, and it ends
Oh,
right
my
on
God.
Nowinski's face.
In 2004,
He did.
John Cena's nasty landing caused him to partially tear his MCL, though he didn't take any time away from the ring.
Big Show.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this. Now, imagine being thrown and falling at that speed, too. That's probably what really didn't help matters at all. Damn, you saw how his shit just, damn.
I don't care if it's torn. I can move. I can go. You go until you can't go anymore.
Let's ice it.
I'm good.
Hardcore Holly came in hot
Damn,
in
that was
2008.
painful.
This came at
It
the
was
expense of
painful.
Shawn Michaels, who suffered a busted up nose thanks to Bob's foot.
One half the World Tag Team
Oh,
Champions.
shit.
He's
Hey,
tired.
man.
$2 stuff.
Hey, bro. Telling you, man. Bob Holly, or was that Bob Holly Hardcore Holly? Either way. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man, you gotta be careful how stiff you is, man. Like there's a way you could be stiff where you're not fucking people up. It's like, god damn.
No doubt about it. Anybody can win it.
Look at that. Oh yeah, I
CM
think
Punk's
I
heading-
remember seeing. I think his nose was a little bloody. I think so. Yeah,
Injury in
that makes sense that that's
2014
what
was
came
one of
from
the
then.
final nails in the coffin for his first WWE run.
Rumble match number 6.
Right.
Kofi, get you some.
Oh.
And Kofi Kingston's made a career.
Punk also got hurt during his in-ring return for the company. This happened in the 2024 Rumble,
Everybody
where he
knows
tore his
this.
bicep taking a double arm DDT.
McIntyre, future shock.
And you can see him immediately grab for the tricep too. And I remember at the time seeing it, you know, you're not thinking much of it. And then you found out later, like, oh shit, you know. And I thought Punk was winning. I thought Punk was actually going to win this Royal Rumble. And I thought maybe they called an audible, had Cody do it. But apparently they said they always had it planned for Cody to do it. The only plans that got scrapped was obviously Punk and Seth. But then we ended up getting that nice cash in from Damian Priest and all that when Drew got the title and had it for like 5 minutes. And, you know, Punk being the commentator interfering after the match was over with for the cash in to happen. So it still made for a great moment with how they went about it. But yeah, we did get robbed of Seth and Punk at Mania because of that tricep injury. Yeah, that must suck because, you know, he had some injuries in AEW as well. So I know being back in WWE, you only been back for 2 months and he got another injury. And I think he said it was the other tricep because I think he injured his tricep in AEW, but this I think was the other tricep. Yeah, that's crazy.
AJ Styles
Damn,
separated his shoulder by bumping hard for the spear during Edge's return in 2020.
Oh, damn. You can see how he landed on his shoulder too. Look
During
at that.
Edge's return in 2020.
Look how he landed. Ouch. Well, hey man, sometimes when you try to sell for people, you might you might do a little too much. And speaking of the Royal Rumble, oh no, AJ, don't leave us. Don't please beat Gunther's ass, please. Look, man, I'm like that song on that show Big Mouth. I'm going through changes. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I think Punk said, I saw it on social media. Punk was like, man, with Cena, it's crazy to think of like potentially we're gonna get like Cena and AJ retiring within 2 months of each other. That is insane, bro. Both goated wrestlers, obviously. John Cena, greatest of all time, man. You know, he's only second to The Rock in my opinion as far as like my personal favorite wrestler. But yeah, definitely GOAT. Same with AJ Styles. So speaking of the Royal Rumble and AJ Styles, I'm like, I hope he don't retire because I ain't gonna lie. He already said he was gonna retire in 2026, which is you know fair. But I thought we at least was gonna carry that shit to Mania. You know, maybe not a whole year like Cena, but I thought at least Mania. You know, but It looked like he retiring because with him having with him running it back with Shinsuke to kind of make up for the lackluster match they had a couple years back or whatever, and performed great on Saturday's main event, and then doing Punk and AJ a match of that magnitude, doing that on a main event of a Monday Night Raw for the first time ever. Yeah, with them getting these like big matches out the way, or matches that he could have done better in or whatever, with them having them basically make up for all this time, is like. Yeah, it looked like they unfortunately might be having them hang it up because also it's, the whole 10 years to the day almost to the day where he debuted at the Royal Rumble. So yep.
AJ was supposed to stay in the match longer, but the injury meant an audible was called and Styles was eliminated early.
AJ Styles. I didn't know that. Because it was crazy seeing him get eliminated. I think when I was watching, I was like, oh wow, damn, he's eliminated like that. And okay, so this is probably
He was eliminated.
Every day, people just like you launch global brands from their bedroom.
Crazy when Edge came back. Like, I don't even think anybody would have been mad if he would have won that Royal Rumble.
The 2005 Rumble match was infamous for the unplanned ending.
9 years gone from a neck injury. Oh yeah,
Vince McMahon tearing both his quads was even funnier than the messed up finish. Normally, injuries aren't something to
That's funny because that is literally what the 05 Rumble is known for. More than Batista actually winning it, it's known for both of them falling over the top rope and landing at the exact same time, and Vince running down to the ring, and I think he bumped his quads on the apron when he was like, huffing and puffing and running down to the ring because he was legitimately pissed, I think, because they obviously had messed up the finish of the match. He freaking blew out both of his quads trying to get in the ring. And he just is like just this angry old man just sitting on his ass, just throwing a tantrum like a toddler. That's what made it so funny. We gotta wait till we get to it.
We'll make an exception. Plus, just look at the way he furiously marches down the aisle and then enters the ring with such athleticism and coordination, all while as mad as can be.
I was frustrated. I was angry, and generally speaking, I do some stupid things when I'm angry. I ripped both quad muscles,
both of them,
tore them completely in two.
The boss tore the first quad in front of the fans, while the second finally gave way after he walked.
What's with McMahon's and their leg injuries? Like Vince tore his quads. Shane McMahon effed up his leg at WrestleMania 39, like I said earlier in the video. And then, Triple H has had like a couple of quad injuries, I think. I think he had more than one. So it's like that entire McMahon family, man. They just don't have good luck when it comes to their legs.
The back through the curtain,
not getting injured.
He goes to walk.
Always getting their legs injured.
And just completely collapsed with his legs underneath him. I mean, it looked like he'd just torn everything.
First time in my life I've ever heard my dad scream in pain.
So after the show's over, Vince won't move. He won't let anybody see him injured or weak. Vince waits till everybody leaves the arena before he has the EMTs.
Hey, that's like me when I ever cry, because I only cry like once or twice a year ever. So that's like me when I cry over anything. I legit wait till nobody in the room. I ain't gonna lie.
During an interview with Inside the Ropes, Edge told the story of Vince tearing his quads from the Rated R Superstars perspective.
And I just remember like, oh man, I am getting out of Dodge. And then we were told, don't go in the hallway. Don't go in the hallway.
Clear the hallway. Clear the hallway.
Hallways clear so that Vince could somehow manage to walk because he refused help.
Despite being angry at the time, Vince looked back on the incident with fondness. As revealed by Batista, who spoke to the chairman the next day, Dave thought McMahon would be furious over the botched finish more than anything, but this proved not to be the case. The Animal revealed this in an interview with Chris Van Vliet.
And I walk into his office, and he's sitting, he's got his crutches beside him, he's all bandaged up, and he just starts laughing. And I was like, you're not going to fire me? And he goes, no, I loved it. It was real. It was so great, and it was real, and nobody knew what was going to happen, but he loved it.
Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out.
That's crazy. Hey, man, he was feeling it. But I ain't going to lie. When you saw how red his face was on the red of that ring, he definitely was, he's definitely playing the role of pissed off boss for sure, though. Even though he probably fucked with it afterwards. Yeah, nah. His face was red, and he marched on down to that ring, and them quads went booyakasha, we out of here. Oh, man. Anyway, I think that's the end of the video. Anyway, man, appreciate Wrestling Flashback. Is that what Wrestling Flashback, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and hit that like button, which y'all should do to me the same thing. Hit that like and sub button type shit. And if y'all want me to check out more wrestling content, go ahead and let me know down below. And I actually will be streaming the Royal Rumble. I think that is very relative to say that. And I actually got to make speaking of Royal Rumble, I actually have to make my predictions video for the Royal Rumble. So I might drop this Royal Rumble video. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I don't know if I'll drop it today or tomorrow because I'm about to drop my predictions for the Royal Rumble today. So I don't know if I should push this video till tomorrow, like when we're like right before the Royal Rumble. I might do that. So if y'all want me to check out other wrestling videos, though, y'all let me know in the comment section down below. And at the end of the day, when I say this or this, what it's gonna be is this certified product. She continue to come out with the content, the videos, the bangers over and over again for you guys. Doing my thing and doing it well to the best of my ability. See y'all in the next video. That's the vibe that DJ's on. We out of here.